Good morning and happy Love Day. It is Love Day, February 14th, 2021, Valentine's Day. One of my favorite days. In fact, I like to celebrate Love Day. I like to celebrate it as Love Week, Love Month, and sometimes even Love Lifetime. Yeah, because I don't know. I guess one thing I've learned in my journey is that love is indeed the greatest force of all, and all things are possible in love, and even all things inherently are love, and we inherently are love at our deepest core. So to me, that's just a lot to celebrate, and I'm happy to be celebrating with you, even though by the time you do this video, it won't be February 14th, it will still be Love Month and, you know, a jump start into love eternity. So here we are, and today we're going to be doing a continuation of our practice of ahimsa, which we started last week, which was nonviolence, the yama nonviolence, the way of being of nonviolence, and also the way of being of self-compassion, compassion for others, and at its deepest core, being in love. So I'm excited to continue that contemplation and that practice, and we're going to do a gentle practice with ourselves today. So we're going to begin with one of my favorite postures. It's called Viparita Karani, or legs up the wall. This is something you can do anytime to restore your energy. So I'm just going to put the camera toward my door. You can use a doorway, any wall that's free for you. I'm going to show you how I get into it. I come on over to the wall, and I think about sort of Velcroing my butt to the wall a little bit. And then I just gently swing my legs up the wall, because you do want to be so that your buttocks are as close to touching the wall as possible, if that's comfortable. Sometimes people's hamstrings are tight and that's not as possible. But if it is possible, you want to be right up there against the wall. And then just take a moment to be here and settle, and see that your spine is long all the way from the tail, which is reaching toward the wall, up through the crown of your head, which is reaching away from the wall, and broaden through your heart center, broaden through your ribs, broaden through your pelvis. See that your legs are symmetrical up the wall. Maybe if you've gotten into this position by now, you can just start to settle down and find a breath, a nice, easy breath. Allowing your attention to rest on the little place right beneath your nostrils as you begin to breathe in through your nose deeply, and out through your nose deeply. Let's take 3 very deep conscious breaths in that way. In through the nose deeply, out through the nose deeply, continuing in, out, in, out. And as you are continuing here, as you inhale, you're feeling your belly rise. Maybe even place your hands on your belly for a minute, your lower belly. And as you inhale, just feel that belly ballooning out into your hands. And as you exhale, feel the belly falling away from your hands back toward the earth. 2 more of those. Inhale, fill out your hands with your belly. Exhale, soften your face as you let go of the breath. Inhale, fill yourself up with compassion for yourself. Exhale, release any suffering that you're holding on to in this moment so that you can be present, that you can be here now in this moment, that we can be here together. And just committing to stay with that breath in through the nose, out through the nose, allowing your awareness to rest on the breath as much as you can through your practice today. Letting the breath bring you into this moment, this beautiful present moment where all is well. And continuing with breath, take a big breath in. On the exhale, we're going to bend our right leg and we're going to cross that right ankle above the right knee. And we're going to just kind of guide that knee toward the wall a little bit, reaching both of the sitting bones toward the wall, maybe flexing at the ankle here, maybe moving the ankle a little bit, waking up the joints. And then if you need more of a stretch, you can just gently bend that lifted leg a little and it'll stretch this hip a little bit more. Continue to guide the knee gently toward the wall, always being compassionate with yourself in your practice. Good. Nice breaths here. Opening up. You can deepen more. Oh, if you want to go deeper, just bend this knee. Nice. And then straightening that back up, releasing that leg up the wall. We'll gently bend the other out to the side. Cross ankle over knee. Gently press knee to the wall. Maybe release the ankle a bit. Continuing with deep ujjayi breath, the breath of victory that goes in through the nose and out through the nose. And as you inhale, it's like your rib cage is expanding out as you inhale. The ribs grow wider, the rib cage grows wider. And as you exhale, everything comes back to center. And often there's a little pause in the breath. Inhale fully. Rest at the top of the breath. Exhale fully. Rest at the bottom of the breath. And then you can start to deepen your stretch if it feels good to do so by bending this leg a little bit. Any amount that feels good. Trying to keep your hips level as well. Good. Maybe a little more. And straightening that leg, uncrossing the legs. Now we're going to take a nice little Baddha Konasana. So take a big breath in through the nose. Exhale, let the bottoms of your feet come together and gently bend the legs so that you're opening up through the hips and the pelvis here. And this is legs up the wall and Supta Baddha Konasana here. It's very nourishing for your reproductive organs, for your pelvis, for your internal organs of digestion. It's just so nourishing. So just letting the breath really reach all of your internal organs. And as you exhale, you're just softening. You're just softening and relaxing the muscles, the flesh, the bones, the organs. And then we'll inhale our arms up to the ceiling like so, palms face one another. And on the exhale, we're just going to slowly lower the arms back toward the floor. Oh, yeah. It's nice to keep the shoulders broad and soft. The tops of the shoulders are broad and soft. Big breath into the stretch. Inhaling. Exhaling, releasing the arms out to the sides. Good. And then we'll take them up again. This time, let's get hold of the elbows. We'll inhale the elbows up to the ceiling. On the exhale, take the elbows over the crown of your head. Another little stretch here. A breath or two. Letting your collarbones and shoulders broad and the back of the neck be nice and long and soft. Big breath in. Exhale, release the arms out to the sides. Good. And then we'll slowly straighten the legs up again. Let's just do cross-legged pose here. So you're going to bend your right leg. You're going to take the right ankle beneath the left knee. And then you're going to do the same. You're going to bend the other one, and you're going to try to reach your heels beneath your knees. And just see if you can bring the knees toward the wall a little bit. Nice little cross-legged pose here. And then let's just take the right arm across the body and just give it a little stretch. Oh. Stay broad in your chest and shoulders. Keep the shoulders out of your ears. Nice big breath. Oh, gently pulling that arm across. Releasing your neck. Any tension there. Gently rock it from side to side if you want. And then release that arm. Straightening the left leg and then the right. And bending the left ankle beneath knee, right ankle beneath knee. And we'll take the left arm across the body this time. Gently pull. Breathe. Nice deep breath into all of that. Good, then we'll release that arm, straightening the right leg, straightening the left leg. And then just bend the knees towards your chest. Oh yeah, you might hug them in. You might move back from the wall just a little bit to give yourself some space. Sometimes it's nice to rock from side to side here. Oh, just massaging that lower spine. And knowing whenever your energy is low or you need a boost, even during work, during the day, you can just find a wall, put your legs up, relax, anytime. And when you're ready, we're just going to gently roll off to the right side very slowly. And just land there. Let's take a twist here, why not? So you're landing off to the right side here, but you're letting your left arm come back and open out that way for a nice little spinal twist. Kind of luxurious on Valentine's Day. And then when you're ready, we're going to inhale and take the knees back to the center. Let your spine soften and settle. You might felt like you were too crunched to the wall. You can back up a little more if you want. Arms out to the side, big breath in. Exhale, take the knees toward the chest as you drop off to the side for a spinal twist. Just let everything open up. Maybe turn the neck to look over your right shoulder. Breathe. Good, and then we'll inhale that back up to the center again. And we'll exhale, roll to the right side. And when you're ready, with a big breath in, just gently press up to find a seat. Good. Now you're all relaxed, hopefully. And we're going to come back to center here. I'm just going to move my mat. And let's see here. We're gonna do some more poses, keeping it kind of mellow, yellow. Let's see. Let's come and take a child's pose first. Let me just bring this down so you can see my mats. Yeah. All right, so nice child's pose. With child's pose, the knees are wide, but your big toe mounds are touching, and you're just gonna stretch forward. Since we're opening the heart today, roll your arms open, reach the arms forward, and just let the head go. And I'll show you from the side. As much as you can in child's pose, the buttocks are reaching toward the heels. The belly is nestling up to the spine. Big breath. Surrender. And maybe since we're focusing on love, self-love, just take big breaths right into your heart center as we're practicing today. And as you inhale, you're inhaling love, self-love. And as you exhale, you're gonna let that love go out to the world. You might even visualize someone who you want to send love to as you exhale, sending it out to them. Inhaling universal love to yourself, exhaling love into the world. And then we're going to just come up ever a little bit. And we're going to inhale and we're going to sweep this arm up, opening our hearts, opening our shoulders. When we open our shoulders, we open our hearts. On the exhale, we're going to take these fingers and we're going to weave it under the opposite armpit and come down for a shoulder stretch. And then take a full, complete breath or two into that. And we'll inhale until to unweave that. Exhale your arm forward. Then coming up a little bit, inhale opposite side. Exhale, weave down and under. Very nice. A breath or two into that. Inhale, unweave. Exhaling forward. And inhaling up. Ready to limber our spines here a bit with cat-cow. So inhale, lifting tail, dropping belly, lifting chin and chest. Exhale, tail goes under belly, up, chin down, neck down. Inhaling. Exhaling. Stretching your spine. This gets the juices flowing back into our spines. New life, new love. Another day to be alive. It's a gift to be in these human forms, to be able to breathe, to be able to move, to be able to touch each other, to be able to share. To be able to connect to divine love, to spirit. Inhaling. Exhaling. And inhaling back to a neutral spine, tabletop position. See that your knees are beneath your hips. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, right leg back. Left arm forward. Super U pose. Belly nestles up to the spine, long straight line if you can. Woo. Finding your balance. This develops your core muscles. Good. Deep breath in. Exhale the arm down. We're going to take this into pigeon, which is a variation of what we did with the legs up the wall. You're going to swing the leg forward, and you're going to see if you can get this shin at an angle, and you're going to stretch the opposite leg back. So our hearts are going to stay lifted. You'll be looking forward like so. And then if you're comfortable here, and you don't try not to let dump into this hip here, but try to keep your hips level with each other the best you can, and your heart open. And then you can sort of creep forward if you want onto your forearms into more of a what they call a reclining pigeon. And this is Raja Kapotasana, pigeon pose. This hip is moving back this way. This hip is moving forward to get these hips level. And then just finding any kind of rest that you can for a moment and breathing. Good. And then we're going to inhale and we're going to come back up. Now, stay where you are. I'm just going to change my orientation so you can see what we're going to do next. So here we are. We're back up. Now, we're going to kind of sit down on the hip, and we're going to swing the back leg around and step across. Okay, so we're just stepping across, and then we're going to try to find our sit bones evenly from side to side if we can. And we're going to bring the arms out to the side. We're going to roll the palms open. We're going to inhale up. So whatever leg you have on top here, this opposite arm, you're going to bend it. And you're going to lift it. And then you take this arm out to the side, roll the thumb down and back. And then remember how we reached across last time so you could wiggle the fingers and then try to reach those fingertips up to find the others. Good. This is Gomukhasana, cow-faced pose. So I guess you can put your best cow face on. Not sure what that exactly will look like for you, but just imagine a cow, I guess. And lift your chest. Now, can you level your shoulders? Stay open in your heart. And then lifting the top arm up as you inhale, the bottom arm up as you inhale. Exhale and release. Good. And then uncrossing. We're going to do this whole operation on the other side. Okay, so this time we're going to, last time we brought the right leg back first, so this time we're going to bring the left leg back first. And right arm forward. Super, super you. Try to get level in the shoulders, level in the hips. Straight line from fingertips to heel. Core is nestled up to the spine. Crown going forward. Big breath. Deep breath in and out. Let that breath anchor you here, now. Be here now. There's really no other. There's nothing else. And right here, right now, and even if it can be a struggle, not so bad. Put that arm down, big breath in. On the exhale, let's swing this back leg forward. So now you can see I'm trying to angle it, the shin, and then I'm going to settle this back leg back any amount and try to level my hips as best I can. Coming into an upright Raja Kapotasana pigeon pose. Trying not to dump down into this hip, but keep it moving back, up. And then I'll come forward with my heart. And breathe. And open my hips. When we open our hips, we're also opening our heart. Our shoulders help open our heart. Our hips help open our heart. And our breath also helps to open our heart because it ties us here into this moment. No other moment when your mind is with the inhalation and the exhalation. You're here. And in this moment, we can truly look at it and know that in this moment all is well. And then coming to rest. And this might hurt a little. And if it does, you modify, just be up higher, do whatever you have to do to make it semi-comfortable. And beginning to rise back up to your proud pigeon. Set that knee straight forward. Take the back leg, wrap it around. And come on down. So, this is more of the full pose to come in like this. But like we did last time, if you just want to step across, that's fine. If you feel like, oh, I can stack my knees and spread my little horns out to the side, you can do that. And then arms out, roll the palms open, inhale up. Opposite knee on top to opposite arm, drop it down. Lift your chin, lift your chest, lift your heart. Opposite arm to the side, thumb rolls forward, down and back, all the way across the body if you can. And then creeping it up. Shoulder and hip stretch, heart opener, extraordinaire. A deep breath of gratitude into your heart. Maybe settle your eyes, close for a moment, and call to mind something in this moment that you're grateful for in your life. Any little thing. It could be the heat in your house, or a connection you have with a loved one, or the food on your table, or your work, or whatever it is. But just allow that feeling of gratitude to resonate in your heart for a moment, because it's only in the heart that we can comprehend gratitude. And inhaling the top arm up, bottom arm up. Exhale, release that. And uncrossing the legs slowly and surely. Good. Very nice. All right, so next we're gonna do, let's just do a forward fold. It's nice to do a nice forward fold. Let's take this leg out to the side, again, kind of like we've been doing. And then let's inhale, so left leg out to the side, inhale, left arm up. Exhale, think about your belly button creeping down the extended thigh as you reach for the outer shin, ankle, or heel. And lift that heart again. And then good, we'll inhale the opposite arm up and reach for the opposite side of that foot for Janu Shirshasana. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, surrender forward. This is gonna open those hamstrings up for you. Let's take a couple breaths there. Inhaling, growing the spine, and exhale, surrender. And then inhale to come on up. And then we'll just take this leg forward, opposite leg out. See if you can bring the heel up to the perineum, foot to the inside of the thigh. Set your torso forward. Inhale, right arm comes up. Exhale, creep the belly down the front of the thigh. Reach for the outer ankle, shin, foot. Big breath in. Exhale, opposite arm comes around and wraps. Keep reaching out through this heel. Toes should float up to heaven if they can. Inhale, grow. Lengthen. Exhale, surrender. Surrender and soften through the hamstrings. Soften through the back of your neck. Soften through your heart. And mind. Let your mind soften. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, let's release that. All right, we are going to do a little bit of back bending, but transitioning between forward bending and back bending. We're just going to do a little dog to stretch it out. So knees slightly beneath hips, hands beneath shoulders, palms turned out just a little bit. Deep breath in, exhale, lift up, lift up. So we're going to lift our hips high up into the sky. Yeah, just like you're hanging from a trapeze. Your knuckles are pressing your mat forward, which is sort of as your hips lift up, your chest is being pressed toward the tops of your thighs. The tops of your thighs are moving back, and your heels are reaching to the earth, and your neck is soft. And breathe in there. Deep breath in. On the exhale, we're just going to strengthen for a moment into plank pose. So, you know, the tendency is to be sort of up like this in plank, but see if you can drop into a nice straight line. See if you can just find your core nestling up to your belly for a minute and breathe, just a breath. Good, and then exhale back into your dog. Oh, maybe walk your dog, bend one leg, then the other. Release your neck. And then we'll drop knees wide, settle back for a child's pose. Release your head, release your arms back, and just soften. Good, and then we're gonna come onto our bellies for a minute here. Yeah, good. Arms back by your sides, legs straight, toes turned in a little bit. And then roll your inner thighs up toward the ceiling. Inhale, turn your chin to face forward. On the exhale, reach back through your arms and lift your upper body up. See if you can press the feet down and just lift this upper body. Your sacrum's down on the floor. Half locust. Good. And then exhale, come down. Turn your chin the other way to rest. Inhale, chin to face forward. On the exhale, we're going to rise up with our lower body this time. Lift up and back with the feet. Deep breath in, reach up and back, come a little higher, and then release. Turn the chin, relax. Next, we're going to be upper and lower at once, flying locust pose. Inhale, chin to face forward, reach back through the feet. Exhale, lift up and lower together. Rise up as if you're flying. Breathe, reach back and up through the feet, up through the arms. Beautiful, breathe. A little higher. And then exhale, release. Relax. All is well. Good. And one more little back bend here. Well, inhale the chin to face forward. Take your fingertips along the rib cage. Bring your cricket wing elbows in. Reach back through the feet. Roll the inner thighs toward the ceiling. Deep breath in. Exhale, rise up front body. Not a lot of pressure on these palms. And breathe. Bhujangasana. And the back of the neck is hooded a little here. It's a cobra pose. And exhale down. Just rest for a minute. On this next cycle, we'll rise up higher with a little bit of pressure on the hands. Reach back through the legs and feet. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, rise up, Bhujangasana. This time, take a little bit in the palms and see if you can rise up a little bit more. Elbows stay into the body, chest comes forward, neck hoods back. Breathe in Bhujangasana. Little stretch in that lower back. Deep breath in. Exhale, slowly come forward and down. Release the arms. Release the chin. Good. And then just exhale, press back child's pose for a moment. And very nice. Okay, so we're going to do a nice little wind down into Shavasana. So we're going to do a happy baby. Let's lie on our backs. Actually, let's take a quick bridge first. So heels are in line with your sitting bones. Chin has to go straight to the sternal notch. Shoulders roll under. Big breath in. Exhale, lift the pelvis up. Reach the tailbone forward. Clasp your hands beneath. And just rise up belly, rise up chest toward chin, chin toward chest. Trying not to let the knees splay out. Deep breath in and out. Inhale. Exhale, release the hands, slowly lower top to bottom. Good. Take the knees into the chest. See if you can spread the knees. Get hold of the outer edges of your feet or your big toes with your peace fingers and thumb. And take a happy baby. So with happy baby, you let the knees just splay out to the sides. And you just rock and massage your lower spine and let go of everything that causes you any angst, any fears for the future, any thoughts that are not peaceful, any thoughts at all even. Good, and then releasing that. We're just gonna take a final twist. So keep your right knee into your chest, extend your left leg. Big breath in and exhale, supine twist. Oh yes, just letting that left leg come over to the side. Right shoulder settles back, neck might even turn to look. Good stretch through lower back and hips. Inhale, roll slowly back to the center. Both knees hug up. This time we'll keep hold of the left. Extend the right. Big breath in. Exhale, guiding the left across. Left arm settles back. Gently rolling the heart back to the left. Presence to the breath. Good. And slow inhalation back to the center. And just take a minute to settle yourself evenly from side to side, extending for Shavasana. Feet are wide as your mat. Arms by the sides in a 45-degree angle with the palms facing upward toward heaven. Spine is long. Back of the neck is long. Legs are just letting go. They're just becoming heavy. We're releasing our legs, our thighs, our calves and feet. Releasing and softening through the hips and the buttocks. Releasing belly, organs, lower back, middle back, upper back, arms, forearms, hands. Releasing your shoulders, neck, back of the head, forehead, cheeks, jaw, tongue, skin of the face. And just surrendering your entire body all together onto the mat, softening onto the earth with each exhalation. Eyes soften back into your head. And letting go completely as you stay in this posture, melting. And I'm just going to read a bit to you as you rest. Staying soft. This is more about ahimsa. And we can have hearts that are full of love for others and intentions of love that are pure. But the truth is, we will express that love for others by treating them the same way we treat ourselves. Love lies at the core of nonviolence and begins with our love of ourselves. Not a love that is egocentric, but a love that is forgiving and lenient. A love that sees the humor and imperfections and accepts the fullness of the human expression. Only when we find this love for all the parts of ourselves can we begin to fully express the love that wells up inside of us for others. Finding this love for all the parts of ourselves means we have to forgive ourselves. Without forgiveness, we carry guilt like a heavy burden around our hearts. Guilt holds our love for self and others hostage and keeps us bound to a one-sided expectation of the human experience. I cannot say this enough times. Our inability to love and accept all pieces of ourselves creates ripples, tiny acts of violence that have huge and lasting impacts on others. Courage and love are deeply connected. When love became the Lord of my life, I became fearless. These words were expressed by Swami Rama in his journey on this earth and are echoed by Jesus's words, "Perfect love casteth out all fear." When fear creates harm and violence, love creates expansion and nonviolence and the true safety that we seek. Nonviolence is woven with love, and love of other is woven with love of self. These cannot be separated. So gently draw your knees into your chest and give yourself a hug. Committing to self-love for the sake of the whole, the sake of being able to love those around you and the earth and all sentient beings. And with your next exhalation, just gently roll to the right side. Maybe create a pillow for your head with your arm. And with a inhalation, not rushing to get there, press up to find a seat where your spine can be long and strong. And we'll just once you've found your seat, we'll take our hands to our heart, connecting our hands, our avenue of expression into the world to our heart, our internal well. our connection to Divine Spirit, and gently bow your head to your heart in gratitude for showing up on your mat, for practicing, for opening, for your presence. Namaste. Enjoy the week. I'll see you next week. Thank you for being here. Happy Love Month. Bye-bye.